All right, so let's now talk about Elaina's experiments. What's today, Monday? I almost said
It's
Wednesday.
Monday, I think.
I'm just having one of those days. My goodness, the forecast threw me off because it's so beautiful. I've just been very distracted. It is Monday. Every Monday, we bring in local STEM educators and enthusiasts to do an experiment or a demonstration with us, something that you can do at home with things you probably have laying around. Great for homeschoolers, great for my kids. They're all cooped up in this heat, so I try and get them to play outside in the morning, and then we do activities in the afternoon. This is Michelle Roy, the science coordinator at Kern County Superintendent of Schools. What have you brought?
I'm really excited to be here today. And I came today through the lens of knowing that school is right around the corner.
It is.
I've seen that those first couple of back to school advertisements on TV, and maybe we've already blown through all those fun things that we already had planned.
All the workbooks are done.
We're on vacation, so now we're just trying to coast into school starting in the fall. And I was thinking about things, of course, that we have at home that are super easy to replicate. And so I was thinking about marshmallows and spaghetti.
Okay.
And really any other material that you might have in your home that you could use to attach a building material. You could use pipe cleaners and Play-Doh or all sorts of other things to build with.
Thank you.
But we're going to build with spaghetti today.
Okay.
I'm thinking through the lens of Kern County earthquake territory and learning a little bit maybe about earthquake safe construction, kind of headed in that direction, structural engineering, etc. And then we take our spaghetti, and right now I have a really simple challenge that we could start with, and of course from here just get crazy creative in your homes. But right now each of us have 10 pieces of spaghetti, and we have 20 of our little mini marshmallows in our cup. And our mission really is to build number one is around tallest structure that could be earthquake resistant.
Ooh, okay.
And really this first time out is really just about exploring and trying something, just trying out your ideas, and then iteration number 2 or 3 can build on those things that we discovered. So we really, we probably would do a timed build if we had multiple children, but in the meantime, let's just build build a structure tall as possible. And I did bring with me these handy dandy fancy pieces of cardboard that are ultimately going to become our shake table. Okay. To test our structure. So if we go up, and it really, as we're building, maybe talking with our kids about what makes for an earthquake resistant structure. What sorts of buildings have you seen that you think might be sturdy as far as the shapes that go together to make those buildings?
Do they want to flex? Do they want to be very stiff?
What goes into an earthquake resistant building, etc., etc. And I am on purpose going to do something that maybe will
a triangle.
Might be a little more resistant. And we could talk about, so if students start to think about, your kids are building, adding in things that maybe we as adults know might be more structurally sound, if you will, in an earthquake.
Talking about with my daughters, the 3 Little Pigs. The wolf could blow down the straw house, but he couldn't blow down the brick house. So which do you think is better in an earthquake?
Exactly. And thinking about those literature tie-ins, those picture books and things that we're already reading with our kids. Oh, look at that. I got a timber here. So, after we build up as tall as we can, and like I said, if we were doing this as a family, we might, we don't have to use all the materials. I think I'd set a timer for who can build the tallest earthquake-resistant structure, in the allotted amount of time, maybe a couple of minutes, etc., etc. And then, look at my wilty. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to cheat and hold it for a second so I can demonstrate. But, you've got a nice one.
I stole from your idea. I was going with a cube, and I started running out of spaghetti, so I thought I need to make a triangle. And then I was hoping the pendulum would help with the weight if nice.
Oh, there we go. It's going up, right? So then if we, and we can talk about Richter scale, right?
Yes, how fast you go.
Look at it, right? The harder the shake, the higher the Richter scale. Look at that. And then we could have conversations around the shapes that you chose, and hopefully maybe we'd have multiple towers that had been built, and try for that iteration number 2, number 3, and keep working to see just how tall we could possibly get, and then starting to get creative too about other building materials that we could use from all over the house, especially on those hot summer days.
Exactly, when you're just hanging out. And this is so great. We were talking in the break about Kern County Science Fair is coming up in March. As your kids are heading back to school, have them start thinking now about early science projects, things where they can keep those record books and they can have a long proof for the judge of how long they worked on it.
Correct, exactly. And doing things that are local and relevant to students for science fair are always the very best content for students to be invested in.
Exactly. We love it. Michelle, thank you so much. We'll have her back soon, and we'll be back with entertainment news next.